What's going on, family? I hope y'all good. What's happening, man? Y'all cool? Y'all good? Cool. Man, technical difficulties. Man, I be over here bumbling and stumbling sometime. I don't know what's happening. Golly, man. Sheesh. But we good though. We still good though. Had to go with a different camera. For some reason the phone didn't want to connect. That is just weird to me. Sometimes it want to work, sometimes it don't. Straight goofball. Mm, mm, mm. What up, bro? What's happening, IS? How you doing, bro? I was able to add a scene. I don't know how we got there. That was crazy. But we getting there. We working it out. We working it out. Yes, sir. Think I want you, 'cause I need you. Uh, yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm sitting there still trying to organize some things. What's that? What's good, people? Y'all enjoying this weather? We don't. Our weather in the Midwest don't know what it wants to be. It was chilly out there today, but it was beautiful day, but chilly. Beautiful day, but chilly. I did go take a rip in Zeus today. Got me a quick drive in. Trying to work out a problem that I don't know what's going on with it. I think I knew what I'm gonna have to do, but we're gonna work it out. Mm-mm-mm. Man, I feel like I got so much I gotta do. That's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to organize some stuff, guys. While we wait for some folk to pop on in before we get started with this conversation. Man, this thing is loud. Yeah, man. And I broke down, guys. We'll get into that a little bit later, too. Yeah. And the fire. Oh, yeah. Wow. Man, we quiet this afternoon. Wonder how things gonna get as we get deep into the season, especially when people start getting out a little bit more. That's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be quite interesting. Quite. Mm-hmm. Think we're gonna be back at Zay's. God, I forgot to hit him. Supposed to be back at Zay's next week, man. I like being able to get out, and I really do appreciate getting out and doing this live at other places, man. It breaks the monotony of being at the crib. I feel like I'm here all the time. I think that's part of it, man, especially as I'm trying to grow what I have. You know, it's different when you do that deer right there. Oh my God. When you're trying to put something together and grow something, it's different when you go on leaving the house every once in a while for a job. Um, Man, it's all you. It's different. It's all different. Easter was good, man. It was busy, busy, busy. Um, I had a lot to do at church Easter Sunday. I was very active. I'm very active at my church, but um, so it was a busy day, man. It was a quite busy day, but it was still good. It was chill. I could not wait for that nap though. Man, I could not wait for that Sunday morning nap, Sunday after church nap. Let me tell you, I needed that. Had a very, very early start Easter Sunday. Um, I gotta be there by 8 o'clock normally, but I wanted to get there earlier this Sunday, and I'm about an hour away. So yeah, I had to leave quite early. Well, I had to leave quite early to get there at a decent time. And I don't know how to go to bed at night, so that's part of my problem too, man. I cannot. I don't know what's going on, man. I'll be up. It'd be hard to crash out. I be up. I do not sleep like I'm supposed to. I don't know what's wrong with me. Can't turn my brain off. I'm always thinking about stuff and trying to put something together. That's how it be sometime, man. That's how it be sometime. How was your Easter, your Sunday, man? IS. Resurrection Sunday, baby. He lives. What's the word? What's the word? Whoa. Oh, cool beans, man. Cool beans. How's he doing, man? How's the car? Did he do anything else to his car yet? Oh man. Still organizing, man. What up? What up? What up? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How you doing? Them good Cajuns be telling you, how you doing? How your mama and them? How you doing? You got some floor mats, the diamond stitch. Yeah, I like those. I had them in the 300. I had them in the uh I had them in the Jeep too. 300 and in the Jeep, man. I like those mats. I actually like them. When you get the good ones, um, you get the good ones, man. They actually do what they're supposed to do. They're great in the winter time. They're great with snow and all that other stuff. They're really good if keeping up the floors in the car clean, especially when you put them in right, man. The ones in the 300 were perfect. The ones in the Jeep were really, really good too. I can't remember what happened with those. The real cool part about those, to get those to contour, all you gotta do is sit them in the sun and they soften up really nice. And then you can fit them in, put all the little clips in, and they do what they supposed. Oh, the ones in the Jeep was perfect. I just thought about it. They were really, really good. I enjoyed those mats. I like those mats. The ones in the 300, they just fit really nice, man. I think I got those from the same place when I bought two different mats. I still like them, man. I still like them. I don't want them for the BMW because I just don't want them for the BMW. Where am I? Dismiss. But I like those mats, man. I think they're really, really nice. Think there's a time and a place for them all. Matter of fact, I might get those from the BMW because I think they'll work well in the BMW. I think I might get those for the BMW. My only challenge is if I get them, they gotta match the the interior really well. So it'll have to be either the black matte with the orange stitching to really go off. I like those mats. I do. Getting the diamond mats, man. It's the topic of the day. Diamond mats. Yeah, I switched it up on y'all in that thumbnail, man. We didn't put Zeus back in the mix. Had to break old dude out. Old dude. Man, we slowly getting there. Trying to wait for some more folk to get in, man. We get some conversation popping. Man, we quiet today. I give it a little more time, man, before we start talking. Might be one of them slow days, man. What in the Oh, come on. What is this thing doing? Oh, that's a terror pulled it off. Uh, golly. Good Lord. Yeah, man. It's all good. We just trying to wait for some folk to get in, man, before we start running our mouth. We waiting on it. Man. It's cool having your boy in here last week, man. Turbo, good people, man. Turbo, good guy. I didn't realize he was dealing with what he was dealing with, man. But sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes you just don't know. Well, you been back over to It's Raps, man? You been back over to Holla at Zay? I guess let's do this thing. Gotta holler at my boy, man. Holler at that boy. Gotta check in with him, bro. Gotta check in with him. He probably was looking for you, man. Probably was looking for it. Don't make it. Don't make the only time you go over there be when I go over there with you. Go holler at him, man. He like hanging out with you, bro. He like talking with you, man. He think you real people. He likes that. He like genuine people. He don't like fake folk. He don't like haters. He don't like all that stuff. He really do appreciate you, man. Go holler at him. Man, let me tell you, it was and it just happened again. I have a lot of windows on my house, right? And because of where we live at, um, we're in the middle of the woods, man. So we don't have blinds and all the drapery. We may have some curtains on the side where the front door is, where like people come and drop stuff off, or people come in to um, come to the front door. Let me think. Well, the place we got blinds, curtains. We got curtains in the room that's over the garage. It's like because it's three sides overlooking the valley, the hill, and in the driveway. We got curtains in the garage. We got two windows looking over the valley, and then one over the hill. They got curtains there. We got curtains in the theater because it's blocks light. We do have windows in there. I'm thinking about getting those blinds that you close off completely and not have curtains in there. And then we have curtains. We got curtains in the master bedroom just to block the light, and in my wife's office. That's it. But all these other rooms, man. Willie Brown in the building. What's up, my brother? What's going on, bro? How was work today? But all these other windows, they don't. And like in the living room, there's really big windows. They bigger than sliding patio doors, the glass patio, real big glass windows. Um, all around here, down in the breakdance room, my office, I have no. All the windows are just big windows, and it's not like what they call the case windows, the ones that you crank to open up. They don't have the glass in the middle to divide it, or the screen actually fits on the inside. It don't fit on the outside. So the out looking in is just, I guess, the animals, man, look like nothing. I done had a bird hit this patio door, and just now a bird hit this window. We get birds hitting windows all the time because they think they can just fly in. They don't see the glass. There's nothing that obstructs it for them to tell them that it's glass. So they fly into the glass, man. You just hit this thump against the glass and they fall down. I've seen dead birds around the house. Some of them, they just hit themselves, knock themselves out for a minute, get up and fly off. But man, birds be hitting their head on these windows, man. I gotta figure out what we're gonna do to make it a little bit harder for them to see. I don't know if you need to put something up. I don't know. I don't know. We like all that natural light, so it's hard to say that we want to put something to cover the glass. I'm not putting blinds up because I don't think that changed the situation for the birds. But most importantly, we like the natural light. This thing is something else, man. I need to change that. This is loud, man. I don't know why it's so loud. But yeah, huh? Oh, okay. All right, see you later. Drive carefully. Somebody won't be on camera. But yeah, man, all that glass, love it though. Love it. It's one of the. It's nice. It's really nice. It feels good. This house is super warm. It's just different, man. We really appreciate what we found when we found this house. It's to the point, man, where when we go out and stay places, we do a lot of Airbnb type living. Except when we go home, we get a hotel. But most cases, man, when we go travel and stuff like that, we get Airbnb because it's just a different way of living. You know what I mean? It's just, how can I explain it? It's just different, man. You kind of get that feel like you part of the area. Like when we stay in Italy, we stayed in this Airbnb. It was in this little fishing village. So we were like amongst all these, native folk of the area and just fit in. It was just, I mean, not fit in, but I'm sure, absolutely certain we were, different than most of the people that were there. But it was just cool to be just in the environment. We went to, we went to, we had a hotel in Paris, not in Paris, in London. It was a different kind of hotel though, so it had a different kind of vibe. Nice and Malta, it was same thing, like apartments. So we stayed in like these apartments. Fire though, super super fire apartments. It's just a different, experience, different way of living. Super super dope, man. So you usually, for us, is finding something that challenges your experience at the crib. Honestly, that's how it feels to us. That's the thing that we talk about. Um, yet and still, even if we stay someplace super 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 nice, that's way better than at home. The other side of it is, we still, we appreciate we have when we come home. It doesn't change that, but it's just a different vibe, man. Just a different vibe. What's going on, Willie Brown? What's the word, brother? Sweet. I found this. I was looking at this YouTuber, man. He got a dark horse. Not a YouTuber. He's well, I don't know what he do, man. I saw him on TikTok. He got a dark horse, and he had just put these two big screens in the Mustang, and they were like this, two separate screens. I would say they were about this big. And then he took those out and put like this one big screen that went all the way across. Man, it looked really, really nice. Looked really, really nice. I thought that was fire. How was work today, Willie Brown? How was y'all weekend, man? We got a few people in here. I know a lot of y'all ain't don't get into all the conversation, but how was y'all weekend, man? How was y'all Resurrection Sunday? Talked to my brother IS. What up, Greg? How's it going, man? It really is. I'm not gonna lie to you. Look, man, I went for a drive today. And it was purposeful. I needed to take it out to figure some things out. Man, oh my goodness, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to be out driving, man. I should have had that shirt on. Rather be driving t-shirt. I really do, man. I'd rather be driving, especially today. It was pretty out, man. Man, yeah, bro. You probably stand at a computer all day long, man. Computers and papers. Golly. Weather wasn't good on your side. It was nice here, bro. Like when I say super clear, oh, I forgot to get a screenshot of weather. Super clear, sunny. It was beautiful, man. It was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day today. Real talk. Man, I missed to do. I forgot to do that. God dog it. Yeah, well, we just do this. It was chilly. But it was nice. If you looked outside, you thought it was warmer than what it really was. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I was out there and I actually went to film in the garage. I need to do something on I need to check some stuff out on the vet. And after I did what I need to do from a observation perspective, I was like, man, let me go and talk about this outside. I went outside. I literally got distracted because how nice it was. 'Cause I was in there. Don't get me wrong. I pulled the X6 out, so I got a chance to kind of see it and feel it a little bit. But I was focused on what I need to be doing. And man, when I tell you it was so very distracting. Like real talk, very distracting. It's a beautiful day out here, bro. Sorry that y'all had that rain, but you know how it is. It's gonna clear up. It's gonna bounce back. Are you in there 5 days a week or 6 days a week, Willie Brown? Just to let y'all know, man, Willie Brown is a tax guy, so he gets to this is his season to grind. Where is this? Summertician Market. We gotta go here. Oh, that's way in June. 6. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Some good days, long days. I'm sure they go by fast though, man. You feel it in the end. I know they go by fast because you don't have a lot of sit down and do nothing time. So at least that's what I'm assuming. I hate to assume too much, but that's what I'm assuming. I figured as much, man. I figured as much. Take you. This is Missouri. I ain't doing that. No, no, no. I'm still mapping out a bunch of stuff for the calendar. I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow, man. I got so much I've been trying to collect and get all these different things to put together for the calendar. So I think I'm gonna put the calendar together tomorrow. I got a lot of stuff, and I'm trying to get to a point where I feel like I got most of it. At least I got most of the latest stuff that came out. We can always add other stuff afterwards. Man, handle that. Yeah, like I said, I'm still trying to get through a lot of the stuff that I found already. Folks call. I want an appointment for tomorrow. Bro. Oh man. This your season, man. This is when it pops off for you, man. For real, for real. This your season for real. Man. And I understand. I get it, man. I truly do. But this your season. This when you grind. This when you shine, shine. And unfortunately, and I'm not, and man, I'm gonna tell you, we just as bad. My wife and I, we hate dealing with this season. We hate tax season. Because in most cases, Uncle Sam gonna be asking for some money. Um, and this year, oh Lord, last year, Every year you make more. And we've been making a lot more every year. And this year is gonna be another one of them years. So I can only imagine what next year gonna look like. And one of the things that we chase down, man, we trying to, you know, I'm not one of those people who looking for a refund. I'm not a refund guy. I'm not looking for no refund. I don't want them to make money off me. I don't want them to invest the extra money and make money off me. I don't want them. I don't want money back, and I don't want to have to give money. My goal is to find a way to be closer to zero. I want break even. I don't want them giving me money back. I don't want money coming back. I can invest my own money. I can save and make money off my own money as opposed to them making money off my money. So um, that's where I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get to zero, or if not zero, uh, within like $100, if that's the goal. Yeah. If I can get within $100, if I can land somewhere in the middle, somewhere in that sweet spot where 100, if I could be like 100 over, 100 under, that'll be perfect. Closer to zero as possible. I would love break even, but for some reason, man, we don't do that. It's just golly, the fluctuation in pay and all that juggle. I think this year I'm gonna try to do something different. Whereas I'm gonna try to employ uh, being a little bit more active with our accountant throughout the year, maybe quarterly, to try to find balance, to find those ways to get closer throughout the year, as opposed to waiting to this, that certain part of the year where you gotta the hustle and bustle of, add this or trying to juggle this and figure this out. And we itemize as much as possible. My goal, man, I would love, love, love to itemize everything and find a way to write off as much as possible, man. But it's not always easy. People complain. You hear about folk that complain about Trump and don't pay taxes. Man, the system is designed for you to figure out how to write off as much as possible. That's the system. You can't blame that man for working the system or anyone else. Anyone else who works the system, it is designed like that. He is not doing anything illegal, or anyone else. I don't even need to. We don't even have to just put him on blast. We could just say anyone else that's in that situation, and I would love to be in that situation. If I could figure out how to not pay taxes, it ain't it. I don't have to get a dime back, but if I could find a way to break even, not have to worry about coming out of pocket heavy, and keep most of my money, I'm just saying that's a boy, that would be wonderful. That will be awesome. My brother, Los, we got to talk, man. We got to talk, Los. We got to talk. We got to set some more time up. I know we rapped for a hot minute the other day, man, but we got to actually sit down and talk. I got to put something together, man. See what your schedule look like, Los. Yo, this my brother for real, man. If I had talk about the two of the longest friend relationships that I had in my life that are actually meaningful, this one of them right here, man. My brother Carlos and Raymond, two of my longest, most meaningful relationships, man. Love these cats. These are my brothers for real. We go way back. Him and Ray go longer because I had just moved in that area, but we've been rocking since third grade, and we in our 50s. Sheesh. It's my homies, man. It's funny, man, when you think about it too, man. It'll be different if you look at that those television relationships where these cats grew up together, still live in the same neighborhood, still doing they them. And when you look at it, it's always the folk that still working in the community, working at the plant or the local plant or warehouse or whatever the case may be. But now Lowe's was a chef. He done left the area. He doing something completely different. I was in the military, left the area doing something completely different. And Ray's still in the city grinding. Yes, indeed. Take you higher. The two of us got our vets. One more still got to get his vet. Ray got old school, man. I think he got two old schools now. I know he has one. Yep. I'm gonna tell you, Los, it's weird, man, because you don't find a lot of people that really understand and respect some of these really genuine relationships, man. They got some weird folk, bro. They got some weird folk, and yeah, I don't, it's different, man. I think it's awesome. I run across some really dope people, especially right here, man. Super real, factual. Um, uh, I'm sorry, real folk, man, and ain't trying to blow smoke. Not real pretentious. I ran across this group of cats out here too. It's funny though, because I was hanging out. We went to dinner, man, and I expected, I don't know if I expected something like that, something weird. But the cats, man, they were super genuine. I was almost like I was waiting for it to happen. It never happened. And then left in the building, y'all. The enforcers are in the building, y'all. Um, and they were just, man, it was just on another level, man. These cats were not on another level, man. And it was cool because it was almost like I was expecting something different from them. Here's the crazy part, right? Every last one of them have a vet, and it wasn't the thing that brought us together. It wasn't vets that brought us together. Everybody got a vet, but it wasn't vets that brought us together. Um, Man, it just was super, super dope, super cool. We had a good time. Not everybody. One of the guys don't have a vet, but he has a Porsche that's been swapped out with a vet motor, so he still falls within that same space. You finished it? Ah, Ray, you knocked that down. Yeah, I'm sure that wasn't enough to hold you down too long. You liked it though, bro? I was waiting for your feedback, brother. I gotta give you I thought I gave you my number, Lefty. I hate going communicating over social media with certain people, man. Certain people I don't want to I don't need them calling me, but folk that have my number, man. You should I don't know why though you don't have my number, Lefty. You should have my number. I'm gonna have to send you my number. I'm gonna do that while I'm thinking about it. Hmm. You know what's funny? And I was looking at that comment. I didn't say it like say what I wanted to say at that time, but people don't realize how much this wears you out. Like the mental side of work. Like I haven't worked a labor job since the military, and it's only laborish when you know it was called to be laborish, meaning you have work parties where we had to go move stuff, build stuff, do this, do that. You had to wear your dirty clothes because it was about to go down. Um, but I haven't had that type of manual gig in a very long time. Man, most of it is using your brain as an analyst, as a security analyst or a cyber analyst. There's a lot that came into you know reviewing and documenting and very very mental, very mental work. That stuff used to wear me. I had nothing when I came home, man. Nothing when I came home. And it didn't help that I was, the drive was taking me an hour and a half to get back and forth from home to work and work to home and all this other stuff. I was wiped, bro. I had nothing. I came home and want to do nothing most of the time. Like it was tough to get that kind of get them Fridays built up to get back on here and do something on a computer and do something because I was staring and using my brain, man. God, Lord, like all the time. It was tough, bro. Where were you out, bro? Where you out? I mean, there was a time when even on the IT side of the house, it wasn't so mental because in some cases, a program did the work or it was swapping out a piece of gear. It wasn't so mental. You know what I mean? The analytical side of the work wasn't so much of a heavy lift. When you constantly analyze, especially when you're doing what you're doing, analyzing people's finances and trying to find the best avenue for them from a tax perspective so that it's still legal, that it's, we ain't trying to get nobody going to jail, not on that, but your name is on it, right? Yeah, I know that's a lift, bro. That's a heavy lift. That's a heavy lift. Even being around here as I've been trying to put stuff together, organizing all the things that I've been working on, and I finally, I had these 2 or 3 weeks where there's a lot of stuff going on at the church. There's a lot of stuff happening at home. And some things had to give. So some of the little things at home I had to kind of put aside because I really need to get these things happening on this side. Um, because it will what I just find myself just crashing sometime in the middle of the day. Be 2 o'clock. I ain't got no more. I gotta chill out for a minute. Trading in the morning, man. Let me just tell you, although you're looking for one pattern, you're still analyzing what it's doing and you're trying to make sense out of what the market is doing. So it's taxing and you're trying to you're looking, it's that crazy game of double dutch. You waiting for that opportunity to get in. And you think sometimes this time to get in, and then you look at it like, man, this may not be it. Like, this may not be the time. So now you got to back off and you wait and you wait and you wait. And then you get back to the double dutch. I don't know, missed my 5:30 activity today. I got to see if that actually anything happened. But it's very mental, man. It wears you out. So you constantly on edge. So you constantly imagine you always waiting for something to happen for an hour and a half. And then when it happens, although a little different for me because I'm in most cases I set my trade and I'm done. Right? I let it do what it's gonna do, and I hope that it doesn't come back on me based on what the market is showing me. And the market been crazy, and it hasn't been the fact that it just comes completely back on me. It's just been spikes, reverse spikes. They have been volatile, like ridiculous, man. Pullbacks have been crazy. Pullback, what a pullback. So if you're looking at the market to go up, and every once in a while, and before it goes all the way up, it does this little downward movement before it goes back up. Some of them downward movements, I usually risk somewhere around 5 to 7 points coming down. Some of them downward movement been almost 15 points sometimes. So they'll really knock you off right out the beginning and then go up. Feel like it's sometimes just take your money and just disappear. So sometimes what I've been finding myself doing, I'll stall out a little bit longer and wait to enter the trade until after that pullback sometime. But it's hard to see because the first movement is up sometime. And you want to get in on the first movement because even at that point, it might pull back, it might not, and just go. So if you miss that opportunity to not get in before it just start moving up, thinking there's a possibility to pull back, again, the mental side, you can miss your entry. And that's part of the battle of trading. Knowing when to get in, when to get out, managing risk is all, man. That's all part of it all, bro. There's a lot of little things that you juggle to try to find a way to be successful doing this trading stuff. God dog it, I missed this. I wonder if there's anything that happened. again, the mental, my brain was rocked. What happened? Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on, brother? Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. This right here could sometimes be easier said than done. Oh, look at this. That's beautiful. I missed it. I missed the opportunity. Is this gold? Oh God, look at that. That's good points though. I hope somebody else capitalized on this. God dog it, man. This was good. I missed it. I missed it. Oh, I missed it. Ooh, look at that climb. Oh well, no, maybe I did not miss as much as I thought I missed. Nah, it all happened at 5:30. That's crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't have. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked for me. I wouldn't have been able to capitalize on this like I thought I could have. So I don't feel bad about this. I hate looking at after the fact, thinking that I don't. I never want to get to a point of thinking about what I missed because you really don't. I don't want to feel like I missed anything. It's a good move, but that's not. I wouldn't have got in on this trade. It would have been on the wrong. It did not nothing that I wanted to do. So this would not have been a good trade for me. But um, I never want to feel like I missed something because then it's like you always feeling like you're going back. I accept days when something is going on or when I can't get in here and click the button, click the mouse to trade. I accept it. It's just it's a break for me. It's a way to get away from it, and because it can be addicting. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It could be addicting. Although it could be quite stressful sometime and a pain in the butt. Accrue back up. Oh wow. Oh, they wrong for that. Dang. Wow, that's crazy. But that's nuts. Don't mind me, man. I'm drifting off into la la land. I shouldn't be looking at this. Again, like I said, it could be addicting. It can definitely be addicting. But yeah, man. Man, did y'all hear? I know there was a couple of things I want to rap with you cats about, man. See if y'all heard anything about this good old the new GTR, man. Did y'all hear about the next gen GTR R36 and what it's gonna be like? Anybody heard about that? One thing I have not seen are actual numbers. I know, bro. Eyes forward. But they say, what the young pastor say, man? Where are your feet? Are your feet in the same place where your mind is? Stay focused. So I haven't seen any actual predicted numbers on what this thing is going to be doing. But oh my God, bro, you haven't heard. I know Willie Brown. I know your ear probably was. I'm sure, bruh, hybrid. Like, so let me tell you. First of all, let me just think about this because I remember from being a petrol head. Remember when the first hybrid cars came out, and the people that were making hybrid cars, Toyota, uh, Who else had hybrid cars? There was a few off-brand hybrids. Then Chevy got into the hybrid game. Um, we had a couple of other foreign hybrid that came to the table. But the hybrids always they've rubbed people use them for commuters. They the benefit of the commuter car, longer range, you know, and then I guess the world was getting down this path of hybrid cars, saying maybe if we go full electric, people will love them even more because although they're saving on gas on the hybrid cars, if we show them that they don't have to pay for gas at all, maintenance costs go way down. Um, and EVs hit the market, people fell in love with them. Um, there was a big spike in love for EVs, and then it kind of pulled back because there's some people that just love their Teslas or their full EV cars, and then there's some people that got away from them. I know people personally. It's like I'm good, had enough of it, you know, enjoy the ride. I'm done, with the whole EV thing. And then hybrids came back in a different way. They, automakers, especially on the high performance side of the house, found a way to use hybrid or electrification to increase performance on cars. Now, in one side, it was increasing performance from a efficiency perspective, right? Then they shifted from just efficiency to actual performance. The foreign car market was doing it first. No, yeah, was first. One of the first ones that that kicked off with this was Kia. I think that was Kia. If it wasn't Kia, it was Hyundai. One of the Koreans did it. Um, and we fell in love with it. And was like, some of us fell in love with it. People liked it. People went to EVs, thought EV is gonna be the next thing. Hybrid though. Hybrid really, in my opinion, is the way to go. If you had to take and then non-plug-in variants. The use of hybrid or electricity to increase performance is next level. Even if I mean, most of these cars are not really saving. At least now, the high performance cars, they're not saving a lot on the gas. That's not it. It's still the performance side, the part that makes us smile when we press the pedal, right? We still get the noise from the petrol engine, but now we got electrification that helps with making that thing go fast. Some of these cars that are getting it are learning about shifting themselves into all-wheel drive space. Let me back up because Kia or Hyundai, it's that in something. I can't remember the name of that car. I got to look it up. It was all-wheel drive. Um, um, Lamborghini had all-wheel drive variants before they went that route. Ferrari did not. They end up adding all-wheel drive to their package when they added that electrification. Who else added electrification? Was it Koenigsegg? Koenigsegg adding electrification at the transmission that added more power. I believe that was Koenigsegg. Maybe I'm confusing that with my Lamborghini. Corvette added electrification and gave a Corvette all-wheel drive. But see, GTR was always in the all-wheel drive space, right? They were also always in a forced air space. GTR, they always had, I want to say they always had that turbo variant, except for the 2JZs. When 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 they shifted over to the V platform of the 6-cylinder, they had them turbos, man. This puts that car in it's the perfect, in my opinion, one of the perfect platforms. Godzilla takes it to the next level, man, with electrification, all-wheel drive, twin turbo, V6, which is similar to who has the twin turbo V6? Um Maserati has a twin turbo V6 also now, right? Um Ford, the Ford GT is a twin turbo V6. I feel like I'm missing somebody else has a twin turbo V6. I think no, not Ferrari. Ferrari does not have a V6. It's got to be Maserati that I'm thinking about. Um, but that motor with electrification has proved itself to be worthy in race cars. That platform, that setup has been proven in race cars. This is where the electrification part came back to um, street cars. They had it first, right? And it's been proven they can hit a button and get a boost from electricity, literally. Now we're getting this level of technology, and I'll be honest with you, in a GTR, and I love GTRs. I really do love GTRs. GTR is one of those cars that came out to try to put, especially the new body style, the new look. It came out to put our R33, R34, and up Corvette in its place. That was one of those cars that came to chase after and try to knock down Corvette. Corvette was a bully. Well, I'm not gonna say a bully, but it was beating up on Ferrari, right? Ferrari was a big dog. And in order to find a place in the market, GTR came in, and its goal was to get at Corvette, right? Back in the day. And now, and here's the crazy part, man. Just like Corvette, it doesn't get the love that it deserves from its performance. Unfortunately, some people, man, they take these cars too far. With all the performance and the tuning, most of the ones you see, man, most of them are 5-figure cars, man. 4-figure cars, they all over 1,000 horsepower, make crazy power. Um, GTR went through their stint all the way up to 2012 with the transmission issues that they had to work out. And then if you wanted to build something like that, 09, 08, 09, 10, 11, 12, you had to build a transmission. You had to fix or build a transmission. So it was always something with that car from that perspective. That transmission always became part of the weak link with that car, especially when they're adding power. The car is great on its own, but so many people, that's one of the first things they did to this car. It's hard to find a GTR that's unadulterated. Like I go on Facebook Marketplace and every last one of them been touched. I have not found one in a while that has been unadulterated. It's a great platform. It's a great platform to build on, to do something real cool with. Um, and I can't say that I wouldn't. I can't say that I wouldn't. If at a very minimum, I would love if I had me one, I would at least, go stage two. I think stage two is enough. These cats be taking these cars to race car points, man, where they just straight line cars only. And people miss out that the GTR was able to corner. I've seen this thing on its own power rip its own wing off because of the speed that it was doing, and the tack angle of that wing on the back just wasn't right. It ripped it off. This was them doing their testing. But with the R36, is it 36 that's coming out? Oh my god, bro. What's the time frame on the R36? R36 is expected to be out in 27. 27? No, 28 they say. 28 is the date that they're looking at. God, it feel like so long from now, man. That means we're gonna see it in 27. We're gonna definitely see it in 27. We're gonna see it next year, and I'm sure we're gonna see it on Nürburgring. Um, uh, I'm just, my God, this is gonna be amazing to me. Adding a level of electrification on top of what this car, in my opinion, is just a phenomenal car. what it does already, next level. Next level. Next level. They also said, and God, I hate when they do that. They also said that they expect this one to be, still within the same normal price range as the GTR. Now, and just to let y'all know, GTR was like Vet for a very long time, professed never to be a six-figure car. And we already know it's well beyond six figures now. I know when GTRs are out there for like 60, man. 60, 70 for GTRs, and that was high, right? Last couple of years, bro, they were last few years. I want to say just after the pandemic, they jumped. They were 100 grand cars, bro, like nothing. I'm looking at, I got this car guide ad showing up on the side of this one thing I'm looking at, and not one of these cars are on 100 grand. They got a 16 in here, black edition, for almost 200,000. They got a 20 premium edition on here for $258,000. A '08 for 105. A '08 for 115. Another '08 for 105.9. '07 for 108. And that's the cars that had the transmission issues. You don't know if it's been fixed or not. In my opinion, these are probably very low mile cars, which are completely out of what I would want. I want a driver's car. For me to get one, I want a driver's car. I don't want a car that's brand new to me. That is a great buy when it was 2 years old. No, man, I want a driver's car. I want something I can drive, something I'm not afraid to touch and tinker with if I have to. One thing that people miss out on GTRs, man, they are expensive to own. Like brakes and oil changes, those things are expensive for this Japanese car. Very expensive. Brake job for this car is a five figure payout. To do brakes on this car, you're gonna pay 5 figures. It's expensive, easily. Unless you do them yourself. You still to do them yourself is still gonna be, a couple of thousand, or 3 or 4 grand. Not that much different than either the cars that I have. If you're doing full brakes, there's pads and rotors. It's about the same. It's about the same. It's gonna be about 3, 4 grand. Those rotors are no joke, especially if you got I don't want to get into that. The steel brakes are still expensive. The plus about the real big win is if you luck up and you can find something that got the carbon ceramics. Carbon ceramics is going to give you 100,000 miles of life on those things. Those are the absolute gem, the absolute goal for anyone that's have any type of fast car. I don't know any fat car owner of a fast car that truly understand the engineering behind brakes or the technology that goes with everything that goes fast and then needing to stop it, that would not want to have carbon ceramic. I don't understand it. I will never understand it. It is the ultimate goal, especially on the track. The ultimate goal brakes to have, and then not on the track, they're overkill. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. It's nothing like being able to hit the brakes of them things, stop the way you want them to stop, and last 100,000. Come on, man, 100,000 miles. They're expensive, but most people are not going to own these cars for 100,000 miles. So they'll last the lifetime of you having them. You'll only probably have to change the pads. That's it. But hybrid, bro. This right here, this is exciting to me. This makes me want to really start digging into the idea of what having one of these GTRs would look like. Honestly, I've already, based on that conversation we had on the most reliable supercars from the Vegas race company, the Vegas car rental place on the track. I can't remember their name. it gave me a list of cars that I want to have, especially because I still want to put together a a supercar rental type company. I still want to have that. I got to finish this year out before I can start getting cars, and I know exactly what direction I'm gonna go. I have a list. I have a short list of economy cars that I want to get. That's gonna start the path before getting the supercars. They're gonna pay for them. They're gonna at least open the door for the cars, and then the people that rent them are gonna pay for them. That's the goal. That's the goal. We got to get through this year first. This year is critical. This year is very critical. But this gives me excitement, man. This really does lead me down a path of being, very, very excited about what this car is going to be. I'm curious. I hate to see the renderings because they all people come up with these renderings that's so futuristic that take the cars down a whole nother path from a look perspective. But if they can just improve, figure out a little bit more aero or angle from what we already have at R35, good. I just think it's going, Godzilla with electricity, man. I'll take two, please. All day long. All day long. And they talking 1,000 kilowatts. I would love. What does that mean? If I can, 1,000 kilowatts. That's got to be like a lot. I don't know what that means. I can't, I can't say that I know what does that mean from a EV perspective and what that's going to bring to the table. But it's got to be a lot. I would love to know if they're testing this out right now. If anybody got any footage, oh my God, that would be so dope. I hate the concept drawings. They got some drawings of this car, some renderings. I can't stand what they look like. I hope it doesn't look like those. I really hope it doesn't look like those. No, no, no. Do you guys remember when Nissan, was it Nissan or was it somebody else? They took a Juke and they built it on a GTR. They had the Juke, the GTR Juke or Juke GTR. I can't remember what it was called. That thing was nasty. All-wheel drive. And I just saw a rendering of one of these cars that reminded me of the Juke. And I can only imagine if that's what that thing could look like. Bruh, that's crazy. When they did that, that was nuts. Man, I think one of the things that also make me ponder or think for GTR to land in that electrification space, I wonder what that, you know, what's the possibility of it drawing out other Japanese competition like Supra, like MR2. Would these guys try to pull something else out? Or even Lexus, man. You know, would they you think the possibility they already got something incredible with the LFA, that little V10. What if they decided to try to bring something back using that platform again? That sound, that power. Uh, I don't know if it was super, super powerful. I know it would sound amazing. It was quick. But imagine that with electrification that assists. Man, that would be dope. That would be dope. And I haven't heard anything about those. I'm gonna have to do some research. Rumors are rumors. No facts until you actually see something. But man, how nice would it be for that LFA to come out again? If they did a rebirth of that car, that would be so fire. But take it to the next level, make it a hybrid, using that same drivetrain or at least a power plant. That sound, that exhaust note with the electric. Oh my God, that would be so nuts, man. That would be bananas. Oof, I would love that all day long. Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be definitely dope. And I just saw something, of course, you want that a helicopter car. Man, how nice would that be? I did see that one car that I don't know if it was a helicopter, but it was a was it a helicopter? The car that was I think the wings fold up, you can drive it, and them suckers open up, you can take that thing and get off the ground. Think about modern Jetsons car, bro. That would be fire. Just a bit, when I think about Chicago traffic, man, just to get away from that or to avoid that would be dope. That would be absolutely dope. I just typed in a search for helicopter car. They got so many renderings of helicopter cars. I don't even know which one of these are real. Up and leave. For real. For real, up and leave. That will be fire. The ones that I thought was pretty cool was the ones that looked like drones. They had like the drone props on it. But then, I sitting here thinking about the traffic on the ground. Soon you start getting too many of these things in there. Guess where the traffic gonna exist? Gonna be traffic in the air as well. Yeah, that'd be dope, man. Just to be able to get away from the traffic, get away from the craziness, go where you want to go without. Man, it's for me, it's under the same concept of on an airplane. Drive to the drive to your airplane, jump on your plane, and then get up out of here. And most, I pray that when I get to that point, I'm able to find a hangar close enough to the house where I'm only driving 10, 15 minutes to get to the plane. They got a bunch of those little airports all around here. So if I'm able to pull that off, how nice would that be? How nice would that be? So that means anywhere I want to go, man, I'm, 5 minutes from the let's say 20 minutes. 20 minutes from my plane. Do all my checks, and I'm off the ground in probably about 30 minutes. No TSA, no, not all that craziness you got to go through at the airport, parking, boogie go where we go, then come back. Especially when you look at how these airlines are manipulating people, the likes of the Spirit, where they get you paid for a flight all the way to the airport. Get to the airport, get in there, and you still got to pay for a seat. You got to pay for bags. Crazy. It's absolutely nuts. You got to pay for the air you breathing. It's so stupid, man. They nickel and dime you after you pay for your flight. You got the flight, but you don't have a seat. Like, how does that work? It's crazy, man. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. I love to, and love to be off the grid and away from all the foolishness, and that's just the way I want to live, bro. If I could pull off, and I ain't being one of them crazy people, but and I can't call them crazy because there's a method to their madness. They just want to be away from all the foolishness. Can you blame them? Every inner city is nuts. There's always something crazy going on. There's some people that just don't want to live around all that. And I respect it. 110%. 110%. Man, guess what I did, y'all? I broke down, man. I broke down. I couldn't take it no more. I had just crazy stuff happening with this thing. It'll just go off. Things would pop on. Everything was just happening. Everything felt possessed. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this thing right here. This thing felt possessed. This is my Note 20. I had this thing for 6 years, man. And dropped it. This right here is not a crack. This is the screen protector that was peeling. It did crack. I dropped it and they had to get the screen fixed. And ever since then, it's been weird, man. This thing has been acting funny. I dropped literally at the airport, getting stuff out the car, about to head to just the Malta trip, and cracked the screen on the phone. The one phone I felt absolute confident with, taking even in the water. Like this would be the phone that I would take in the water. I saw a cover. I saw a cover, Tony. We got it, baby. Yes, we got it. So I broke down, man, and I got that 26 Ultra. That's 26 Ultra. I've been messing with it a little bit, going through all my settings and things like that. The last thing I forgot to put your comment up here, T. The last the last thing I did with it was really I found somebody that did one of the photographer guys that gave you some really good settings for the camera. And I don't know how often I'm gonna use this one here for that. Um, but I would, especially considering. So I got my printer. So I printed her. Oh, you printed her cover. That cover is nice. I like that. I saw that. I saw that. I've had this phone, and it was I knew they had the launch. I didn't realize how early it still was with this phone, to be honest with you. And when I went to get, I was looking. I told myself I'm just gonna get the 26. I mean 25. I said it. I said it here that I was gonna get the 25. I don't need the 26. There were still features on the 25 I prefer to have over this one. It wasn't. It was. It wasn't as different in my opinion, but it really is. Um, man, my only challenge, Tony, can you print on the one I have? I need this. I need this. Like for real. I need that ring because one of the things that the 26 don't have, man, it doesn't have MagSafe. And that's what I clip these things onto in the car. I need that magnetic backing. Man, I've been messing with it a little bit, not as much. Um, it's funny because when it comes to setting up this phone, there's so many different things you can do. And iPhone is really just getting to that part where you can do stuff like that. That even when I set up this new iPhone, thanks, bro. I appreciate you. Um, it didn't require so much. This one here, and I think iPhone is getting to a point where you can do a lot more setting up. You always had this level of tech and modularity and things you can manipulate and personalize. Um, they always had it in Samsung. And what's crazy is as I was going through, moving everything over again. I used to update my phones every year. Y'all need to understand. I started with Android when they first came out. I never forget having one of the first Android phones. And when Galaxy first started dropping, I had every Galaxy all the way up to, well, I had all the flagships. I didn't have all of them. I had all Samsung flagship phones all the way up to the 20 Note Plus. Every last one of them. And then I stopped buying phones. I'm like, man, why am I buying these? I'm not even using the level of technology that this thing is able to do. This phone was crazy. Like when I tell you, where did I put it? This thing, this thing was so good. I'm gonna let y'all know this is a 6-year-old phone. This phone was so good. I want y'all to guess what they gave me as a trade-in for this 6-year-old phone. Guess. Y'all guess what they gave me. What up, bro? Man, them brakes looking good, brother. And you look, that bro, you had me dying laughing, man. Bro, you had me dying laughing. This boy said he don't know what's going on. Every time he just put his foot on the gas, the tires just break loose. I know why. Nope. Eh. Not then. Look, not even close. Nope. Not even close. Not even close. Like when I tell you, I had to. It didn't even make sense. This is a 6-year-old phone. And if I had to pull up the receipt to show you, I had to pull up the receipt to show you. Bro, they gave me $900 for this phone. I got a month to turn it in. $900. Why wasn't I gonna give them this phone? Like, why was I gonna? Yeah, it's history. I'm upgrading. Like, it did make sense. I got $900 for that 6-year-old phone, bro. Absolutely nuts. Note 20, 6-year-old phone. They gave me $900. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's some Apple joint right there. That's some Apple ish. Like, nope. T-Mobile, man. T-Mobile, bro. T-Mobile. I've been with T-Mobile for a very long time. I've been with T-Mobile. Golly. 03? I think when I first got to T-Mobile, we first moved the house. We built our first house in Slidell, living out there. Couldn't get a signal on. I was on Sprint and couldn't get a signal on Sprint. My brother-in-law came to the house and he was able to use his phone, everything all fine. I'm like, man, who you with? T-Mobile. I said, I'm changing them tomorrow. And went with T-Mobile. T-Mobile, T-Mobile, T-Mobile. And so far, so good, man. My case came, like I got this case. Yesterday. Case came yesterday, so that felt good because I know, right? Because I was walking around without a case, and I don't trust myself at all without a case. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not that clumsy, man, but I don't trust myself. It'll be just my luck. And this phone feels great. It really does. It's a great feeling phone. Um, it has those edges that reminds me of the iPhone already. So I mean, it's both of them now. So now I got the iPhone and the new Android, and this is the no, this is the 15 Pro Max. So I got the 15 Pro Max and I got the S26 Ultra. And so these my joints. This for this personal and this for business. That's what I use primarily for all my business, YouTube stuff, all that other stuff, man. Hold on. Now, why you gotta call it trash mobile? I'm gonna be honest with you. The worst experience that I've had with T-Mobile has been since I've been in this house. If to be absolutely honest, when we first moved into that house, I was on. I end up getting on this traveling team in the military. When we travel, I was living out the suitcase 2.5, 3 weeks out of the month. Like we travel all over the place doing training, doing training and assisting and presentations, all kind of stuff, bro. We were doing all kind of stuff. We were the team was called RPMAT. It was a team that basically helped structure policy in the Navy Reserve. So we would go all these different reserve centers and help the full time staff that were there with what they were doing, working out bugs, bringing back everything that we found back to headquarters, to admiral staff, and we affected policy. We affect how things were moving. We affected who went to boot camp, what groups of, and how boot camp was managed, all that different stuff. So all our findings, and it was like a 6, 7 man team, but our findings directly affected policy, right? So when we would travel, when I was with Sprint, I was like everybody else would have a hit and miss. But when I switched over to T-Mobile, man, we were going all over the place, and people was using my phone because they couldn't get a signal. T-Mobile was like for real killing it. It is only because I didn't move out in these boondocks, like for real, that I'm having trouble with I don't get the best signal. Like I rely on Wi-Fi for a signal. Like if I had to show y'all and here, this, believe it or not, I did something with T-Mobile, and I get a better cell signal on the Samsung than I do on the iPhone. If y'all can see, I have like on a Samsung, I have like 3 or 4 bars. I don't know if y'all can see that. God dog it. Let's see. Let's see if we can pull that up. Come on. Focus. If y'all can see that, let me see. Let me see if I can get y'all to see this. I get like 3 or 4 bars. It's hard to see. And on the iPhone, I think I get 2 bars. And I don't know if it's 1 bar. It fluctuates. And I don't know if it's because there's more bars on the Samsung versus what this one is. And it's crazy because like this one went down to 1 bar, 2 bar. This one just went up to 4 bars, almost 5 bars. So I get a better signal without Wi-Fi with the Samsung. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. I traded my S Edge for Nicky's T-Mobile. The phone was so old. I traded a Note 9. Really? That's crazy. That's absolute. And I got a Note 9. I still got a Note 9, believe it or not. I got a Note 9. End up giving it to my granddaughter. So she used it. Well, I gave it to my daughter so my granddaughter could use when, she's entertaining her with devices. It's not regular. Try not to have her because, man, them kids get like, they get possessed, man. They get so into it. Like they can't hear nothing around them. I hate keeping them kids in front of those devices. Yeah, man. Um, the reason why I wanted the Note 20 was because of the 5G. And this thing, well, at least on the Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi is 6G on the Wi-Fi. But man, this thing's crazy. It gets way better signal. Makes sense, man. I wish I could have traded multiple phones. I'd have gave up that other Note just so I could get it even more off. Bruh, it was unreal. Like the dead areas was unreal. In my house, I'm on Wi-Fi. I'm Wi-Fi dependent too. Also, um, well, yeah, I say that. I'm not so much with this phone anymore. Like I was Wi-Fi dependent with the other phones, but because this one has such a much better signal, and I'm in a basement. That's the part. I got 4 bars. It bounces between 3 to 4 bars, and it has a 5 bar flag on here. So it's almost absolute best signal on the Samsung. And it's crazy that I'm getting that in the basement. Whereas this thing bounced between 1 and 2 bars. And I don't even know if y'all can see that, man. Let's see if y'all can see that. Man, it's not letting it happen. Let me open the phone up. And boy, let me tell you, the let's see. You can't see it on this. It only shows the Wi-Fi. Ah, dog it. I tried, y'all. I tried, but it works, man. That Samsung, man. It's. I'm impressed. It's and no, please don't get me wrong, man. When I first got that iPhone, I had 2 Android phones. I had one of the one phone. I had that McLaren phone. And I'm like, why do I have 2 Androids? It's not, it wasn't, in my opinion, different enough to even warrant having 2 phones. Like, man, and they gave me the phone. It was such a ridiculous deal. I'm like, yeah, give it, let's do it. I'll use it for business. And then after having that phone for a short period of time, I'm like, man, I don't even understand why I had this McLaren phone. It don't make sense. I found a deal. They had a deal where they paid off whatever was left on the McLaren phone, and I was able to switch over to iPhone. I bought the iPhone. I bought that 12 first. I had a 12. And I wanted the iPhone because I wanted perspective. So many people, you could be team this or team that. But if you don't have perspective, like you only going off of, assumption, the reason why you think one is better than the other. But when I got my note was 2 years old, and it was still outperforming that Android. I mean, iPhone, and the iPhone was brand new. It was a couple of years old. It was outperforming it. When I moved up from the 12 to the 13 promotion, something quick and easy, I got it. Um, it was outperforming it. That Samsung was still outperforming it. And then when I got the 15, and every time I always had Pro Max, always went with the bigger phone. I don't like getting just the regular phones, man. That's just not me. When I get Samsung, I get flagship. I like flagship phones. I don't like non-flagship phones. Um, and when I got the 15, it was comparable, but the Samsung was probably about 4 years old then, right? So it's 4 years old, and they performing like each other. That Samsung was a beast, bro. It was 4 years older, and was handling that iPhone. You still have a note too. It's time. It's time. I know that's not your primary, bro. Quit playing. I know that's not your primary. You play too much. You say I will get the last update on my you know what? I was still getting updates. I got an update as recent as last month on the 20. I got an update on that last month. So I was still getting updates. It was still supported. Maybe that's why it still was why was the trading was so high. It was still supported. Hanging on to it for keepsake. I have a what is that? It's like the music. I sold all my phones. Every phone I got, I never traded a phone. Up until I got to the iPhones, I started trading them. But all my phones before that, I kept every last one of them and would just get the new phone, right? I don't know why I was doing that. God, I think about how much money I just threw out the window. Golly. I just kept every last one of them phones. And I had them stacked up back here. And one day I was in here asking myself, why do you have all these phones, bro? I just put them suckers on Marketplace. Put them on Marketplace, and everybody that wasn't from the US wanted that. Because it was cheap. There was GSM phones. You could just throw a SIM card in there and they work. I sold every last one of those phones except two. I have a Galaxy, uh the S8 Ultra. It's in the garage on the wall. I have literally got Velcro, and it's stuck on the wall. And I was using that as like a music player to that's crazy, to uh a sound bar, right? Because it still had the plug, right? It still had a jack on it. So I used to use that for sound in the garage until I got, got that thing connected, got a television and all that in there, and started using YouTube Music. Because remember, Galaxy Music was the thing back in the day. Google Music left the scene, and it moved on to YouTube. I wish I could have a basement. Oh, let me tell you, um, growing up at home, man. Well, you from Louisiana, you understand. We hear about this stuff, and it was never real until you actually go someplace that have them. And in New Orleans, you couldn't have it. Really couldn't have a basement because see this right here. Let me tell you, man, they got some stuff that I started falling in love with this Galaxy phone, man. Because I get a lot of spam and I hate it. But that a personal assistant thing, oh my God. And I can actually see what they saying when you could get the transcript, like the person on the phone, if it's a real person. If it's not a real person, they fall off. Ooh, I'm loving this phone for that. There's some features, man, I've been missing out on. A lot of AI. Basements, bro. But in New Orleans, you couldn't have a basement. Soon you start digging, you hit water. We had these little faux basements on, like, because most of the houses in New, and like where I grew up in the Lower Ninth Ward, they were off the ground. So you had like these little stilts. You had somehow one of the houses we stayed in was on the ground, but most of them was off the ground. So they had these like it was like bricks. You had this, it's like 5 steps up into the house. The house was off the ground. You didn't have a basement, but you had a void under the house. You could crawl under the house for real, for real. That was one of the hiding spots back in the day. Crawl up under the house. But off the back of the house, we had this room that was ground level, where we had two French doors that open up like this on each side, and usually open it up. We had a pool table in there, so we used to entertain in there. Listen, we ain't had no money. It ain't like we were doing nothing big, but it was the closest thing that gave us the feeling of a basement, was that little flat area. And it was actually kind of dope. So that always made me think about what a basement would be like in real life, right? It wasn't a basement. But when I got up here, one of the things that, because we was in Texas, few other, it wasn't until we got up here that basement became real. Like when we was in Milwaukee, it was a condo that didn't have a real basement. It was just 3 levels. The first level was like the garage area. They call it a basement, but it wasn't like under the ground, like a basement. And then the house we lived in Lindenhurst, that was the first house we had that was like a real basement, where you go down there and you can look through the well, and you can look up and see the ground. I was like, man, this is crazy. Love it. Love it. Love it. Gave me top dollar for iPhone 13 because they wanted them on of the streets because of the last fall offer. Oh, yeah. That's another thing. my note started acting funny. This is crazy. And that just shows you, and that's the 13 you talking about. That's the last phone that had a SIM. I need to trip y'all head off. This phone was out 2 or 3 years before the 13, right? It still had an eSIM. It started off with a regular SIM that was acting funny. Got on the phone with T-Mobile. They say, "Oh yeah, we can convert that over. We can get rid of that physical SIM and give you the eSIM." I'm like, "Well, how do you do that?" "Oh, well, let's start by taking this out and boom, 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 and go through this." Next thing you know, no SIM. Like converting, shifting over from one phone to another. Bro, I used to do this all the time, and I feel like a newbie because I haven't done this in so long. Like I haven't shipped phones from phone to phone in a long time. Um, that it just, man, it was weird to go through the process of putting the eSIM on this other phone, on this phone. But this thing still had an eSIM. 3 years older, bro. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And that's the plus. Again, that's a perk because you could just pop a SIM in and run with it. That was always a benefit in the military too, especially when you're going overseas. Having a phone that you can just buy a SIM while you were there, so you can get the signal that they have as opposed to the U.S. signal that you'll be limited to. U.S. spec that you'll be limited by. Bro, if you sticking with Samsung and going to that, you're gonna love it, Lefty, for real. I keep an extra phone in the case just in case one breaks. And I now that again, I had all those other phones, and the only reason why I got rid of them, Lefty, to be honest with you, is because I had two phones. It just didn't make sense for me to have all them phones, man. No basement in Texas, trust me, I know that for a fact. FYI, iPhone had. Wait, what did I miss? What did I say? I must have talked about something. You say iPhone have that as well. Willie Brown, tell me what that was, man. Tell me about that. What did I say that you say iPhone have that as well? What up, brother? What's going on, bro? Hey, man. Are you gonna do like an official review? Or are you just gonna y'all just gonna check it out and let me know? Billy Brown, tell me what we were talking about at that time. I say so much stuff, man. I apologize for not being up on it. Oh, he was talking about the spam calling. Um, yeah, but it's different. It's like different. It's different. I mean, I have the 15, and I do have like the spam joint on here, but it's different. It's not the same, man. Um, Samsung did something different, man. And I still get like the spam joints coming through. And I love the fact that I can get I can either I can hear the call as it's going through on the iPhone. That's cool. And then just pick up where I left off. Oh, the personal assistant. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't know that. Wait, hold up. Let me back up. I did not know that. And I have an iPhone. Maybe I haven't dug into it. I need to look into that. And I have the 15 Pro Max. Is it on that phone as well? I'm gonna have to look into it, man. Okay, okay. Let me know when, man. I want to watch. I'm gonna be looking at that. Let me know when. Hey, are y'all gonna wait to taste it or have you tasted it already? Have you just smelt it? Let me know. I'm proud of that. So I'm just saying. I'm just trying to be very transparent. I'm very proud of that. I didn't know that, man. I need to dig into that. I need to dig into that. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing that I do is that no, see, I didn't build that. That builds itself. Like I love having all these mini folders with all the, certain apps in them to have everything right there where I can see it without having to scroll through the phone or search through the phone. One thing I like about the Samsung, and I know y'all probably didn't see what I was showing y'all. Let me see if I can get it up again, get this in here again. But if you can see, like all those little folders, each one of those folders have multiple apps in them. I know it just looked like TikTok ticks in there, but it's multiple different apps in there, right? The cool part about that Samsung joint is like I can do the same thing, except I can make the folders bigger. Not only that, I don't have to tap on that to get the folder open. I can literally tap on any one of these things and it'll open up that app. That's the crazy part. That's the photo app. It'll open up the app. Like like the ring right here. Oh, let me see if I can find something that makes sense. Let's go to the maps. See, like right there, the maps right here. And it goes straight to the maps. I don't have to open up the folder to open up to actually select it. Like it makes the folders big. So I was going through the phone and just doing that. So I minimize the amount of pages that I have because now most of these things are in folders organized and I could just actually still click on whatever one I want. It's kind of cool, man. Kind of cool. I'm just saying. It's kind of cool. Mine tastes like it was from a big manufacturer. Couldn't tell, bruh. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be, brother. I'm glad you like it though, bro. Oh, y'all haven't done anything. Okay. This weekend. Let me know, man. Let me know. I'm curious. I'm curious. We got a lot going on this weekend. We got great nieces and grandbaby birthdays and stuff happening this weekend. So it's gonna be busy. Let me know, man. If I could catch it. If I don't catch it live, I'm definitely gonna catch the recap because I gotta see what's happening, man. I want to get your opinion. And I don't listen. I don't do mixers. I know you like to mix. You like your tea. I need your opinion straight up before you start mixing. I want the straight up truth. Don't let the proof intimidate you. It's trust me. Don't let the proof intimidate you. I definitely got it. And I'm sitting there thinking about it because you hit me up. I'm gonna send you my number, Lefty, man, because you should be able to call me, man. We shouldn't have to go back and forth over freaking Instagram. Yeah, man. But so far, man, I'm really digging this. I'm digging it. I can't wait to venture out and do some more stuff from using it as a device. I gotta see because of the ecosystem I'm in, I'm not crazy about using it um as a camera. This boy. I'm not that crazy about using it as a camera because man, I just being able to get stuff back and forth is always a pain in the butt. I love the ecosystem with the iPhone because I can airdrop it straight to the Mac and I'm done. This boy, what is that? 160? Oh my God. In flip flops. This dude is something else, dog. I'm sitting there laughing at Zay, man. Good Lord. But anyway, I was about to. Oh, I gotta send Lefty something. don't mix my liquor. I only put a shot of bourbon and twisted tea. Gotcha. Oh, that's right. You did a whole video on that. My bad, bro. You absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely correct. I can't wait to get your opinion though. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't wait for that. That should be fire. I got something else that's gonna be coming your way too, Lefty. Let's see here. I was going in here to coming back to you. I guess, yeah. All right. Send that to you, bro. So we ain't gotta go back and forth over. I hate trying to use social media to communicate with people that I'll communicate with. It drives me freaking nuts. All right, so I was also looking at something else that just got you. That'll work. That's all I need to hear. Something else that really got my attention, man. I was looking at Satera's web. Satera had a post on. Um, Satera had a post, and I think I reposted it too, bro. They got one of those Chargers over 600 horsepower. I was doing a little research and I was digging, and I learned that that Hurricane motor. Let me see if I can pull up some of what I found, man. It was crazy. Uh, where is it? What I was looking at? All right. So I was sitting here doing my research, man. Uh-oh. Here we go. Oh man, listen, I got something popping, bro. Oh, where am I? I gotta show you what I got, man. So I'm plotting, man. I'm plotting. I'm trying to. I got, like I said, I got some stuff I'm working on. We trying to get there. Good lord, man, this is too long. Let's cut this down. So I'm working on it, man. We getting there. We getting there. Ooh, you see that label? Ooh, ooh, ooh. We getting there. We working it, man. We getting there. So as we get closer to, you know, trying to put something together. That's one of the things that I was trying to get together too. I want to make sure that we have that part done. I want to make sure that it's not just always this blank bottle. We trying to get some stuff together, man. We getting on it. Yeah, man. We're getting there. We trying. All right, the Hurricane motor. They spec that thing, everything from bore to compression after the S58. When I say they went after, they literally took BMW's blueprint and created that car, that motor. And they bragged about, everything that they had and how nice it was. Boom, boom, boom. If you put those motors to side by side, spec by spec, they are almost identical. So Stellantis didn't create something on their own. They recreated a BMW. They recreated a heavy BMW, which is the downside to that Hurricane motor in that Charger, two-door Charger, which is confusing because I want to call it Challenger, and I think I did call it Challenger several times. But same motor, man. Same motor. It's absolutely bananas. And let me see, is the BMW S58 engine same as the Dodge Charger Hurricane engine? It's crazy. They said, no, they're not the same, but they're both 3-liter twin turbo inline six motors, but from different manufacturers. Of course, they're from different manufacturers. Shared specs, both are 3-liter, both have the same displacement. Absolutely nuts. They're made by two different people, but they're the same motor. Oh, really? Man, Griff haven't been on in a minute either. I haven't heard from him. I know Griff been working, probably really into whatever happened on this side, and you can't knock a man from grinding. But I haven't heard from Griff in a minute, man. I'm gonna have to holler at him, bro. And I'll take ownership at least on my part because I get buried and I put blinders on a lot of times when I'm getting into what I'm supposed to do. And there's things that I need to do that I don't get done. Hence the reason why it took so long to get y'all stuff out. Hence why it took so long to reach out to certain people. But I get my blinders on and I get into what I'm doing. So I forget what I'm supposed to be doing. I try to set reminders. I it's different when you're working for yourself. It's so different when you're trying to put it together and it's kept missing each other. I gotta call him. I'm gonna try to hit him up tomorrow, man. I'm gonna try to hit him up tomorrow. But I get so into what I'm doing, man, that I ain't making no excuses. I'm just trying to be as transparent as possible. I can get completely distracted by whatever I'm doing that keeps me from calling sometimes. And I hate texting. I hate texting. I hate texting. I'd rather talk to somebody, man. I think that's that old man in me, that 70s child in me. I'd rather talk to you than text you. I don't want to be sitting there the whole time, back and forth, back and forth. Unless it's something you have to do. You can't be on the if I can talk and you can talk, I'd rather talk, man. I'd rather be on the phone. I don't want to be going back and forth over text because I'm probably multitasking. And it's probably going to be easier for me to talk to you when I'm doing something else or doing two other things than it would be for me to text while doing those other things. I'm one of these cats, man. I will pick up the phone. I'll call you even when you can't talk. I'd rather leave a message and let you know that I hit you up than sitting being going back and forth to these texts, man. It drives me. I don't like it. I just don't like it, man. People, when I'm focused on accomplishing something, I try to preserve my energy. That's the truth. And even when I find myself opening myself up to conversation to people, when I'm trying to do something else, when I find that I'm fading away from what I'm trying to accomplish, I have to get off the phone with you. Hey man, I appreciate you hitting me up, but I need to focus on this. Let me hit you back. That's me. If take a break and I can indulge in a conversation, cool. Let's get at it. But if I'm really focused and I'm trying to get it done, yeah, I agree with you right there. It's hard for me to, because I know what it's costing me. And if I feel like, let me back up too, because if the conversation that I have, I'll make a statement, and one of those statements is one of the most important people in the world at any given time is the person that's in front of you, because you don't know if you're on assignment or you're the assignment. So if that person needs something, you can discern and pull that out of them, then that's important, right? You should sacrifice that time to do something or to receive something. But if it's man, man, what you up to? Man, I was just looking at this thing, man, and and all right, man, look, I'm gonna have to holler at you. I can't do that right now. If it's real conversation, that's different. I'm not saying that's not real conversation. It's just real passive conversation at the time. If it's, man, I need to rap with you about something. I'm looking at doing this. I'm trying to work on something. Or, man, I'm dealing with something, bro. I need your opinion on this. Some like real iron sharpening iron type ish. Then I'm gonna probably stop what I'm doing to help with that, depending on how deep I am into what I'm doing. And the other side of that, if I'm really deep into what I'm doing, I'm probably not gonna take your call. You're gonna have to go to voicemail. I'm gonna have to rap with you at another time. If I'm really deep, I'm not gonna even pick up the phone. But if I could break away, maybe, maybe there's something that's happening on your end that I need to stop what I'm doing to help you with, then I'll answer the phone if I'm in that space at what I'm doing. But really, if I'm deep, I'm not answering the phone. I just can't do it. It just don't make sense. AB, I love what he does, man. And I started doing that for the first part of my day. AB don't do not disturb on his phone. I love that. And if something pulling me and telling me I need to contact or reach out to him, I'm gonna reach out to him and just leave a message, keep it moving. And it's he's like, oh man, I'm sorry it took so long. No, man, I respect his time and what he's doing. What he's doing is way more important than talking to me at that time. And when I'm throwing, I may be just putting something out there to him. It has nothing to do with it being more important. Because if it was more important, I'm gonna say that in the message. Man, I really need to talk this, that, and the other. But if you never got into that, I'll talk to you when you're able. I respect what he's doing. I gotta respect the space also. I respect how his mind works. Right. So what I started doing, especially during my trading hours, I haven't done it on this one yet, and I'm gonna set the do not disturb. But my trading hours is do not disturb. There ain't but a couple people that can get through to me. My mom, my wife, and my daughter. That's my three girls. The three ladies in my life. That's the only ones that can get through to me through a very, doing those type of situations when I'm really digging into what I'm doing. Because that's the emergencies. If it ain't an emergency, we're gonna have to talk when I'm finished doing what I'm doing because I need to focus. Again, at that time, man, I'm hyper focused. I do not like distractions. Don't walk in my office. Don't ask me questions when I'm doing this because sometimes it takes that what you looking at, the certain movements, you waiting for one movement, man, of a candle to make a decision to make a move or to set a start, which I prefer to do more than anything else. I don't mind clicking the start, but clicking the start gives me a feeling that I don't like that much. I like to set a start. So what does that mean? If I can see the market is moving a trajectory where it's starting to work its way up, I'll set it to start at a certain level after a pullback So that it'll go through and keep going. It automatically start. If it hit this, when it hits is a if then statement. If the market reached this level, then start a trade or take the buy or take the sell. And then let it run. And it's on a ATM where it has automatic take profit, automatic stop loss. It's automatic. Now sit back and eat popcorn and watch the show and let it play out. Um, the only management I do at that point is if once it get past halfway, I do I have some automatic trailing stops that I'm still working with. They are annoying. There's a lot of noise and a lot of movement. And right now I have them too tight. I need to stretch them out a little bit and adjust them. But I do manual trailing stops where I'm going through and I move my stop loss up over break even so that I'm guaranteed to take profits after I reach half of my goal. So I throw it, I drag it up, and I just keep dragging it up past the next candle, and I allow it to pull back and take I allow it to pull back and do a stop loss above take profit. Really, I'm gonna have to hit him up, man. I gotta holler at that brother, man. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, man. Make sure y'all go and hit that like button, bro. Y'all in here hanging out with your boy, making my day. If I can, I would love to be able to have a thumbs up on my side as well. And let y'all know how good y'all doing. All y'all doing for me. I would love to hit Tony thumbs up, Willie Brown thumbs up, Lefty thumbs up, IS thumbs up, Bobby thumbs up. Listen. I'll be thumbs up in you cats, man, as well, man. That's that 360 degree reviews. I would love to have 360 reviews on this as well. Oh, what I was talking about. Yeah. uh so it's kind of it baffles me, man. It baffles me how um Stellantis, they never talked about what that really looks like. It was always all the others. And I've heard, I've heard certain people talk about um thumbs up. There you go, Tony. Yes, sir. People talk about it being that American German equivalent or whatever the case what they call it. Uh but it wasn't I kept hearing that which kind of pushed me to dig a little bit deeper and try to understand, it's got to be more than just it being a straight six. Man, it's so much that there's so many similarities between these motors. Like, you know, Stellantis knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing, man. They knew what they were doing. And honestly, and it makes sense. It makes all the sense of the world. You got to think, and I talk about this over and over again, man. After the Dodge Rain, BMW started taking over, and BMW still on top. They've been on top for 2 years. BMW have been on top for 2 years, the last 2 years, man. Um, and what are the two most popular cars in that space is the M3, M4, and that platform, and well, kind of X3M as well, and it's all that same platform. That B58 S58 motor, it's a beast. It's a beast. And all you can throw at it, it makes sense. I'm curious. Yeah, I may have to try to figure that out. How do I'm gonna have to try to get Satera, man. I would love to get a conversation with Satera and talk about um what he's doing, and he's a super personal guy, man. It was one of the realest conversations I had when I started thinking about doing a track card swap, the 300, a Chrysler 300, especially when it came to how does that fit? How does it work? He's like, yeah, man, that transaxle is gonna have your passenger seat not fitting flush because it's so big. I was like, oh, I didn't think about that. Something that I still, even if like, and it wasn't the fact that it was the supercharged motor that made a difference. It's just the transaction. When the 300 sits low, there's no place for it. No place for it that will allow it not to distort what the floor looks like. I still, don't get me wrong. In my head, man, I still would love to see that come true. Just got to get the right transaction. I think somebody did an all-wheel drive Hellcat Swap 300, I think. Can't remember. It's still something I would love to see, just saying. Still something I would love to see. I think that right there, next level. I still love the 300. That's why I love looking at me and Three's build and what he's doing. I still love that car. I think it's a dope car, man. I had a comment. I'm still answering questions about the 300 on my stuff, and I haven't had the 300 in 3-4 years. You get a chance, check M Life Long Island. I'm gonna have to check that out. From Long Island. Is that on Instagram? Or is it YouTube? Oh my God. What? Bro, when I tell you, I was looking at, I can't think of what's my guy's name, man. I call him the Florida AB. What is his name? God, I can't think of his name. Think on both. But this dude, man, when I say he was at that all German event in I can't remember nothing. My poor brain is not working right. I don't know what's wrong with my brain, man. My brain. But I couldn't remember exactly his name. But it was the drag race with all the Germans down in Florida. And he took his car out. He had an X5M that he's building. It's nasty. Yes, I'm looking at him right now, bro. Looking at him right now. I gotta lock into this. And the bro, and it's a 4-door. It's a 4-door. Ah, that's nasty. I just saw a second run. That's nasty. That's nasty. Ah, but anyway, that guy was out. There was a guy out there that had the world's fastest, literally, you know, track pass, world fastest X3M. Again, that's that same motor, man. X3M. Absolutely nuts. This thing scoot. BMW has something. That platform is not to be played with. Do you blame Stellantis for trying to figure out how to get something out of that You can't. You can't blame them. You cannot blame them, man. It's a smart move on their behalf to try to mimic something that they see works, and if they can do their own variant of it, I don't blame them. I think it makes sense. It's smart. It's what's happening right now. Look at everything that happened with anyone that's doing anything with. I just started following. Voila. These brothers twins. Golly, they look just alike. M Life Auto Care. Yeah, we on it. We straight on it. Yeah. That's bananas, bro. 7 seconds, a quarter mile in a four-door BMW. Oh my God. Sheesh. The platform is real, man. The platform is the truth. The platform is the truth. Um, I said it, uh, I'm probably gonna have BMW for a long time after this. That truck made me a very much so believer. To the point where I looked at X3Ms, which the interior did not suit me at all. I love the interior from the X5. Don't be a fanboy. Look, you got one of them, right? Those are phenomenal platforms, man. Those are absolutely phenomenal platforms. Absolutely. 01 is different. It literally is. So, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm very curious. So I think that the Grand Sport platform, that 5.5 liter that they're coming out with, I think that one's gonna be something. I think that one's gonna be something different, man. I think that's gonna be something special, like for real. I'm curious. After hearing it, I was like, okay, yeah, they did that thing. No, not why I keep saying, why do I say 5.5? Something else is 5.5. Grand Sport, especially that X, is gonna be a 6.7 liter. Why do I keep saying that? That's annoying. I hate putting out bad information. Y'all forgive me. I hate bad information, especially shooting from the hip. Gee whiz, man. It is. That car's gonna knock down the Z06. It's about to knock down the Z06 at another level. Because it's got way more back end from the motor, top end, excuse me, from the motor. That electric is gonna be just launch. After that, it's gone. It's gonna be. I think this is gonna be close to the ZR1. If not toppling the ZR1. It's gonna be pretty close. No, it ain't gonna top it. It's gonna be close because the ZR1 twin turbo. My bad. It's gonna kill the Z06. This car is gonna kill the Z06, and it sounds different. Ooh, it sounds like a Chevy. It don't sound like one of those supercars. It doesn't. That don't sound like a Ferrari. It sounds like a Chevy, and I love that for that car. That was the one thing that I could not wait. I wanted to hear what it sounded like. When they announced what motor was going into it, I was like, man, what is it going to sound like? Is this going to give it that GM grunt, or is it going to sound like, a foreign car? There's nothing wrong with it sounding like a Ferrari. I get it, right? It gives it that exotic feel. Although you get all exotic noise, exotic feel, it don't get exotic love. I love the way my car sounds, and I'm good with it because it is what it is. It's not an exotic. But man, oh, then you can avoid it. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. The Grand Sport might be the one to go after. Like, if looking at everything that goes along with it. The sound is great, if it was respected for this, it's not even respected for the sound, bro. That's the part that really baffles me. Like, it don't even get the love. If it got the love with the sound, the Z06 would be ridiculous. It don't get the love. But this Grand Sport, listen, man, this right here, I believe, like the Z01X, but in a different, that whole step down type beat, you dig? I think this still, Grand Sport, let's face it, Grand Sport has always been the best balance in performance, um, and drivability. But Corvette gives you performance and drivability, right? Even a ZR1X is still a car that you could cruise and hang out and do some stuff and then knock people's socks off. The ZR1 was doing that. Cats driving, cruising it, and then you literally put that thing in touring mode and it's comfortable like a sedan, a normal sedan, just comfortable. That's just the car. Chevy they did it right with this car, man. GM did it right with this car, and you can be comfortable. I cruised this thing all the way to Pennsylvania, and it was comfortable. It wasn't uncomfortable. There's a lot of supercars you will not do that in because it's not going to be a fun ride. But you can do that in a Corvette and still dial it up, get that same rough ride where you feel every pebble in the road when you're doing in track mode, and it's a monster. It's a beast. Grand Sport, which I believe is going to be the perfect middle ground. Actually, I think it's going to be better than middle ground. It's going to put Z06 in middle ground space. With the dying on the E-Ray, and also remember the motor that's in the current what was that, the 6.2 that's in the Stingray is gone. It's getting this 6.7 also. So 6.7 will be their baseline motor moving forward, right? This car, the Grand Sport, in my opinion, is going to outperform. And I'm saying it now before the numbers come. It's going to outperform the Grand Sport. I mean, the Z06. Z06 is going to fall down on the stage, down a notch, unless they do something with the Z06. If they force air Z06, they twin turbo Z06. That's the ZR1, right? So why do that? They already have a twin turbo Z06. That's a ZR1. But the Grand Sport with that 5.7 twin turbo, done. I think it's going next level. And it sounds amazing. It sounds like a GM product. Does not sound foreign. Sounds like a GM product. And I love it. Bro, it's gonna be wide body also. Think about this car, bro. This is a track focused car, man. It's always been a track focused car. This thing is gonna be crazy. I'm excited about it. I'm very excited about it because I think this is gonna be next level. If E-Ray was able to do what it did with that 6.2, man, just wait to see what this thing is gonna do with this 5.7. I mean, this 6.7, excuse me, LS6. This is gonna be crazy. I'm excited about this. I'm really excited about what the Grand Sport brings to the table. Does that mean I get a Grand Sport? I don't know. I can't say that. I wouldn't mind having one. And with the Grand Sport X, man, I love my car. Y'all don't even understand. I love my car. I didn't care for, and the first car I sat in, the first car I ever rode in, the first Stingray I ever rode in was Cavari. That was with Stunner. That was the first one I ever had to experience, right? Um, and I although I like the cockpit feel, um, I still have the 300. I did not have my car. I didn't care for that doggone waterfall of buttons. I hated it. I hated it in the Panamera. I hated that waterfall of buttons. I don't like it. The new interior doesn't include that. And the new interior really has a great look, great feel. Um, in my opinion, it looks like a modern version of the C7. It looks like a true modern version of the C7. So the guys over in UK, bro, I wanted to talk about that. My guy. See, bro, y'all don't even understand when I talk about Willie Brown, man. Brother from another mother. This is a conversation I want to have. I watched that video while I was working out. So that monster. So what he called it? He called it the GT2 RS.2 or something like that. I think they called it. They took this company over in UK, man. They took a GT3 RS and twin turboed it. They basically did what everybody have been they're waiting on Porsche to do when it comes to bringing back the GT2 RS, right? In my opinion, when I say King of the Hill, I'll call there's a certain car in every platform, and I say this very loosely now before the C8 ZR1 came out. In my opinion, I still thought the C6 ZR1 was the King of the Hill. It was just that car. Um, because I thought it had way better balanced power weight ratio, power balance than um the C7 ZR1. The Z06 is feels overpowered for that platform. So I always thought the C601 was the king of the hill from a Corvette perspective. From a Porsche perspective, GT2 RS, king of the hill. Like, king of the hill. It's a GT3 RS with twin turbos. Now, after seeing what Porsche was able to do with the Turbo S, with their new hybrid turbos, I am so stoked to see what they can do with the GT2 RS with those hybrid turbos. We're talking zero lag, right? These dudes in the UK built this car, man. And the guy, oh God, I can't think of his name. The guy that built the car, he does a lot of fast car races. Um he built his own version of a GT3 RS with two turbos. Um and the car is beautiful. He did a great job. Man, he says the pedal was so linear, and that's the part where you don't get that boost where the turbos kick in. Like I feel that in Pegasus. Like you get on it, and it's depending on what I'm in, boost spins up differently. If I'm just driving in normal mode, boost is it. I hit that pedal and it's gonna be like, and it takes off. It literally is like 2 seconds. If I'm in M2, M1, it's it feels pretty instantaneous, but far more instantaneous in the M2. This guy was running that car, man. They raced a stock GT3 RS versus the twin turbo GT3 RS. Oh my God, bro. Absolutely bananas. This thing took off. They launched at the same time, almost the same way. And remember, the GT3 RS is like 500 some odd brake horsepower. In British terms, the twin turbo that they did was over 8, which is like 7 something in US numbers. They launched and got off at the same time, but this thing pulled away like he was standing still, like he forgot to press the pedal. ES Motors. Like he forgot to press the pedal. I'm gonna find. Well, let me see. Let's switch. Got to go to the other account. Let's see here. When I say this car, and I'm gonna tell you who it is because I think that if I find it, I'm actually put it on here so y'all could go check that out. Let me look at the history because I looked at it today. This thing blew my mind, man. Um, yeah, officially gas. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. OG. Um, copy. Y'all get a chance to go look at this. Don't look at it now. You can go look at it when we get off. But man, when I tell you this thing was amazing, bro, I'm gonna tell you what it made me think of. Like I like GT3 RSs. I love GT2 RSs. I don't need all the body kit to feel satisfied with that car. I can be satisfied without it, which leads me down the line of absolutely fall in love with the Turbo S's. I think they're absolutely amazing cars, and I can only imagine what the 992.2s are like after driving 992.1. That car blew my mind. And the dot two is even more of a car. So I can only imagine, bro. So I know I love that car. But what I really like is that, and kind of down the road that I'm going on, when it comes to what I would want to get first, I like the Carrera 4S GTS, Carrera GTS 4, or whatever it is. I can't think of how the name scheme go. Which, in my opinion, with those new hybrid turbos, it has the smaller turbos than uh does that one or two? I think it just has one turbo. I can't remember. I have to look it up. I believe it's a single turbo car, but it has one of the hybrid turbos off of the Turbo S, and it makes about the same horsepower, about what the old Turbo S was making, if I'm not mistaken. The dot one. If it's not, it's a little shyer from that. It's just a pull south of it, which I'm good with. I think the car is a balance of a whole lot of other things, especially being very dailyable, which, in my opinion, falls within that same space with Corvette. The reason why I think Grand Sport falls within that the Grand Sport S is going to be one of those cars, man, because you can drive it year round, and that would blow some purists out the water. Um, I see Porsches out here, bro, just covered in salt sometime, man, because they take them and drive me around. And I'll be one of those guys, especially if I got the all-wheel drive, right? But what these cats did with that car, man, is, in my opinion, absolutely next level. Absolutely next level. I don't know, man. I've been down this road, and Porsche's been getting louder and louder in my brain. I'm absolutely certain that I want one. Yeah, I'm absolutely certain because I've already put it on a to-do list after hitting my goals for this year. So I hit my goals, man. We do that next year. That'd be awesome. I'll be excited about that. Oh my god, bro. Sheesh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Y'all, this video is crazy. It's one of those videos that it puts me, and I'm not, and I feel like I'm not, at least, a big old Porsche fanboy, but this makes me just really appreciate the brand. When somebody can come and do, you know, that's like when you seen all these cats that was taking Stingrays and twin turbo in them, or putting a supercharger on them, or coming with these kits that take it to the next level, which you'd think, God, why didn't Chevy do this? These guys, uh, and the company is called, I think it's ES Motors, they did that. They took and did something that Porsche should have done, what I believe all the GT2 RS fanboys are doing, are waiting on. They're waiting for Porsche to get off their butt and get real with this. There's a lot of stuff that there's like the big three, and this guy originally gassed. He's one of the three people that I pay attention to in the UK that's doing stuff in the UK, and it make me wonder, man. It makes me wonder, brother. Like for real. Man, they killing it. And this company, OES Motors, they're taking even Turbo S's, 992.2s, and they got packages for them. Like you could take those cars to the next level, and they already next level. Go figure. They're already next level, and you can take them. These people are taking them to ridiculous. What's that? Oh my god, 840 horsepower. It's bananas, man. In that little car, absolutely bananas. And what's his face? The guy from Originally Gas. He actually did a he must be working with these guys regularly. Because every time they build something, eventually he find himself hanging out with those guys. So yeah, man, I'm just saying. They got an 888 horsepower that was on Carwow. I remember that drag race. Um they raced that the the it was a 918 Spider. Um yeah, man, I've been watching these cats, man. Golly. I didn't know they had their own channel. That's interesting. So I may have to lock into their channel and see what kind of stuff they doing, man. Yeah, we're gonna lock into their channel because I don't know, man. Porsche got my attention. Oh, one of those guys. And it was crazy, man. When you talk to like I got this kid at the church. I have a couple kids that they like the cars. They like the BMW, like the vet. This one kid, I was talking to him. He's finishing school. He's trying to find a way. What's the best way to break into the industry. He's an IT, went to school for IT work, and I can show you how to get there. Right, fastest way to six figures, with or without a degree. I can definitely show you how to get there. So I'm talking to him. We went from talking to the plan that I was going to put together, at least for him, what route that he would go, the fastest to break into the industry, and some of the things that he need to do, even without certs. Is you let them know that you're planning on getting a cert. I'm gonna have a cert by this time frame. You just put it in your resume, right? And you can talk about it. Um, we get out there and we start talking. Come and find he loved BMWs, and he was at school, so he wasn't at the church. And I never really met him, but he knew I had the vet. He didn't know I had the BMW. So when I showed him the BMW, he loved the car, right? He loved BMWs. He like M car, so he knows what we're looking at. He wants that B or S58 platform, something with it, right? And man, we get to talking, bro. We went from all that job stuff straight into these cars and this next level. But he also understood the progression, right? That natural progression. BMW guys graduate and they graduate to become Porsche guys, right? That's that normal progression. It's just the way it moves. Um, and that's not what I'm doing because I'm gonna probably always have a BMW in my mind, but I do want a Porsche. And if I can have a Porsche and a BMW as daily drivers, that sounds so crazy. I have a daily, but I want a daily for my daily, as Ray would say. And I would love that Porsche to be a daily for my daily. So when I'm doing my normal stuff in the daily driving, it'll be in the BMW. And when I want to really have fun in the daily driver, then I'll take the Porsche. I want a daily for my daily. That sounds so crazy, but I swear I want it. It sounds real crazy, but I want it. But I want it. If I'm able to hit my goals and satisfy all the things that I need to take care of first, then I can do some of my wants, man. And this is one of those wants that I want. I say GTS dot four. I mean, man, what is the type? What is that thing called? I don't know why I keep saying it wrong, man. It's a GTS. It's a GTS Carrera 4, I think. I want to see what it looks like because I keep saying it wrong, and I hate when I say it wrong. 911 Carrera 4 GTS. That's what I want. 911 Carrera 4 GTS. That's what I want. Now, if things go really well and I can go straight to the Turbo S, then I'll go with the Turbo S. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now with the Carrera 4, I will definitely want a 992.2 for the Carrera 4 GTS. But I take a 99. Let me see let me see what the difference is. I would take the 992.1 on the Turbo S though, because it's I drove that car. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. 911. No, we're gonna do 992.1 Turbo S. Let me see what the specs is on this. Yeah, it's still crazy. It's still stupid, man. It's still real stupid. Good Lord. So the Carrera 4 GTS is at 532 horsepower, while the 992.1 992.1 is 640. That's right. That's right. It's close to the vet. 640, 650. It's closer to what the vet is. But that thing is also all-wheel drive, all-wheel steering with that PDK transmission. It's a beast. An absolute beast. And I say .1 only because the price of the .2 is crazy. But the .2 with those hybrid turbo, can't talk. 711 horsepower. That thing is crazy, bro. That's nuts. That's like that sweet spot for the Zeus, in my opinion. I still think that's a lot. Traction will still be an issue from a dig, from a roll. That power would be great. I'm probably still gonna chirp the tires over 80 miles an hour. I'm probably gonna spin it. I could probably spin them over 80. Just because of the power weight, over 700 horsepower in Zeus. God, but it's just sick. Especially all-wheel driving this thing. That's ridiculous. So taking a .1, yeah, all day long. Still an amazing car. But if I was to go and get the newer one, yeah, we going with the 911 Carrera 4 GTS. I'll take it. I'll take it. That is an amazing car. And I drove man, what's my guy's name? I can't think of his name. He's got the Cup livery on his car. He owns the bar. He owns a barbecue shop, believe it or not. But I drove his car, and it was a manual, and it's a .2. Let me look. Let me see what the horsepower was on this, because it's probably just shy of what this one is. Man, but it was a great drive. It was a good drive. Yes, you were there. He saw me pull off in those cars. It was a great drive, man. I enjoyed both of those cars, man. I had a good time driving those things. Good time. Yeah, so I drove his car and it was great. That was 473 horsepower. 473 horsepower. And the new model is 600 horsepower, 60 horsepower faster. It's more horsepower. 60 horsepower is nothing to sneeze at. Come on, man. That's a feelable difference. And all-wheel drive. Yeah, man, I got some things I want, but I need to focus on what I need to do first. That's the goal. 50s vets, man. Those are beautiful cars. But to anything, I'm gonna be honest with you, IS, anything older than Gen 3 need to be resto mod for me to appreciate them. I don't know if I'm built well enough to accept such a poor handling. Well, no, let me say, because it was probably amazing in its day, right? But when you get advanced in this technology, I don't know how to. I don't want a car that I can't drive. If that makes sense. For me to get the Rivi and resto mod the Rivi means I'll get to drive it the way I want to drive it. I don't have to worry about carburetor not being tuned properly. I don't have to worry about if the brakes gonna be able to stop the car, if the drums in the back gonna be good enough. I don't have to worry about rattling suspension. I don't want a steering wheel that can move this far and still go straight, you know? I want all that to be modern. I do. I want it all to be modern. I don't want to have to pump it 3.5 times just to get it turned over. I don't want that, man. I do not want that. I want modern everything. Well, not every. It don't have to be everything. Mostly everything. I want a modern motor. I want modern brakes, suspension, steering. Those things would be very important to me. We can keep some of the nostalgic pieces, but if I can drive in that, I ain't got to worry about going up a hill or in the mountains in this thing. I can still push a pedal and just scoot, bro. Like, still enjoy the car and get it. That's just being real. So if I was able to get even a C3, one of my goals is to, and that's my favorite, one of my favorite vets ever. That was the car that made me fall in love with Corvette, was the C3. For me to be able to get a C3, I could not keep it factory. It would have to be I would have to resto mod it. Have to. We have to go a modern suspension. I would love to, now, be honest with you, I would love to use a C6 donor to build a C3. And if I'm able to get a Z06 platform, even better. So I can put that 7-liter motor in there. If time has gone by long enough, I'm lucky enough to get that 6.7. Yeah. Because I think that's going to be the one, baby. If they did their thing, that'll be the one. Even the Z06 had a lot of trouble. I'm telling you, if y'all watch that video, man, that lady said that they've had more engine problems with the Z06 than any of the cars that they've had at that racetrack. And it's not just like little things, like engine failures. That concerns me. That concerns me. And which makes me think that it was hit. Let me back up. Let me back up before I say that. The part that was real interesting about that review that she did was the Z06 was parked right next to a Ferrari that has it's very similar powertrain when it came to a flat plane crank motor, right? And the only thing let me back up. The biggest difference between the two was the opposites. Whereas the Corvette, the only issue that it had was motor. Ferrari, the only problem that it had was everything else. The motor was stout. Everything else would break. That part was crazy to me. Tell me that Chevy didn't get it right when it came to that flat plane crank. It sounds amazing. It's probably a great car when you're not beating on it. But these cats, they drive them like they're supposed to be driven. When you have a vet, it's hard for me to say the. It's hard for me to say that I'm just gonna cruise in and just that all the time. No, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna drive my car, and I hate to say it. I drive like an a-hole sometimes. I really do. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I'll be very honest with y'all. When I'm on the highway and I'm cruising, I'm not cruising. I'm driving fast. I really do, and I drive bad sometimes. I really do. I'm gonna be honest. But I feel like I have a superpower with that car. I can do it. I can get out there and go and get out of people's way. I'm not going to jeopardize nobody else, but I get out there and go and I be hauling. Yeah, lefty all day long. LS5 and everything else modern though. Like it can't be just the motor, man. It's got to be everything else. It's got to be everything else. But there's a lot of people in vets, man, that don't drive them like that. They just want to be seen in them. They're not trying to put miles on them. They got a lot of vets out there that probably never see a track day, never have been driven aggressively, very rarely probably have seen over 100 miles an hour. Um, Man, I think every time I get in my car, I brake. I definitely get over. I went for a quick little cruise. I found a stretch. I will always find a way to get over 100 miles an hour in that car, man. I can't help it. I cannot help it. I love that car. It is so much fun to drive. It is just such a treat. And I really don't apologize for it. This is one of those things I'm gonna have to just stand 10 toes down on. It's just the situation that I'm in. I can't help it. It's just the situation that I'm in. I'll say the same for the BMW. Every opportunity I can. If I get a stretch and I can open up that big old beast, Pegasus will see 120 mile an hour. That's like every time I get a chance to do it. This thing gets up there, bro. It goes. Oh my God. And the biggest difference between the two, the shifting, man. Like, what up, my brother? Joe, nobody in the building. The shifting, man, that's the difference. I'm sure I'm on a tangent right now. The shifting is the difference between the two. When you're doing normal shifting, paddle shifting in the vet, it's a big old delay. It's real big delay. Even in regular mode in the BMW, the delay is much smaller. Into them, it's if it feels like it's predicting that I'm hitting the paddle shifters before it's knowing that I'm hitting the paddle shifters. I'm putting it on and it's shifting. It's going. That thing is crazy. But when it's in performance mode, like and with the vet, you like God, they put so much technology. And it's a C7. Like you don't have to be in track mode. Like I could be in track mode and still cruise. Like really, for real. And it won't shift crazy until I start driving it. Like it's on a track. When I start driving it like that, but that can be in any mode. The only difference really that changes, in my opinion, is the suspension. Because I could be in touring mode, soft suspension, feeling comfortable, chilling. And soon I started getting aggressive on the pedal. That car, it wakes up. It's like, we about to do it. Let's go. Let's go. It wakes up. The shifts are ridiculous. I mean, it punches through the shifts like you would not believe. And it stays in the high rev range. Like it's ready for me to press the pedal until I stop pressing the pedal and I'm chill out. And then it'll be, all right, we're not going there. We're going to chill out. It'll come down like 3 gears, man. It's crazy. 2 to 3 gears difference. It's absolutely nuts. Having something else to compare those two to would be dope. And I think that's the Porsche. I think the Porsche is going to give us a whole different feel for what else we could have. Again, I would love for it to be the Turbo S. I would love for it to be the Turbo S. But yeah, we got to be realistic, man. They still expensive. Prices. Porsche prices they are not cheap. This the base. I mean, you got to talk like you ain't even did nothing yet, and it's starting at 189. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. One thing I can say about the everything that's other than GT3 is that the I would say the value stays pretty close to around what they originate as. The GT3s, they go up from the time that you buy them. I did that in the video that I shot with Tim, man. I gave you guys I went in and found some of the examples of what I was talking about. And it blows my mind to see this car, GT3 RS, starting at where's the RS? I don't even see the RS in here. I believe it starts at like 380, I think, right? So the GT3 RS starts at 380. You drive it, and I say you drive it and then you sell it, right? Or you appraise it. Um the point that I was trying to make with Tim was if you look at what's on the market, all those cars are over a majority of them are over $400,000 now. With like 3,000-4,000 miles on them. They appreciated. They went up in value. That's the mind-blowing thing about this car. The desire for this car is so high that the price goes up after purchase. So here's the other part. Hope I didn't blind y'all with the light bulb because I just understood why does that happen. Wow, that just made sense to me. Wow, it just made sense to me. Let me tell y'all why that happens. It just hit me. Yes. So this is why that happens. You and I, non-Porsche owners, cannot go and get an allocation for GT3 RS. You have to be a previous Porsche owner. You have to be a current Porsche owner to get an allocation for GT3 RS. So the benefit of a Porsche owner or Porsche driver, Porsche enthusiast, is that they can get an allocation. Without having a Porsche, you can't get it, meaning you have to buy aftermarket or buy it used from someplace else where you can get taxed. And if you want it so bad, and you have the means to get it or acquire it, those are the people that's going to pay over 100 grand over what they could have got a brand new car for because they didn't have a previous Porsche. Wow. That makes sense to me now. The reason why GT3 RS is for those who get them in. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't blame people that move them. If I was in a situation where I had a Porsche and I was getting a GT3 RS, it's an investment. Be honest with you. It's a straight up investment. I will buy a GT3 RS, drive it for probably about 2 or 3 months, enjoy it, sell it, make extra 100 or so on top of what I paid for the car, pay off whatever was on for it, and then go buy a Turbo S because that's really what I want. It's not all the track stuff because GT3 RS is suspension and a few other things. I'll get the Turbo S, do the GT3 RS I can't talk. Rear seat delete and get all the accoutrement that goes into that car and have way more car in the Turbo S and don't need the big wing. It's not a big deal to me. but I'll have everything I want in the Turbo S, which is, in my opinion, the car that I would want more than anything else. 4-wheel drive, 4-wheel steering, 700 horsepower, um, PDK transmission, beast. Brakes that stop and pull the skin off your face. Beast. To me, that makes sense. I didn't understand. I knew that the price was higher on the used cars, but then it made sense. We talked about that, and it's something that I learned like 2 weeks ago that they were doing the Ferrari thing. That Porsche started doing the Ferrari thing 2 or 3 weeks ago. That Porsche started doing the Ferrari thing. So in order to get that thing, and I don't know if it's just the GT3 RS, I don't know if the Turbo S falls within that same category. And I don't think I'll go straight to the Turbo S. I will go to what I want first. I think I will go to Carrera 4S first, and I will graduate to that. I think that would be a great transition. To be honest with you, I think it'll be a great transition because the Carrera 4S, the 4 GTS is a readily available. It's not going to appreciate like the others, but it will hold. Porsche holds. They hold their value, man. I don't know if I'll drive it for free, but it'd be pretty close. It'd be pretty close. They hold. And if it's a daily for a daily, means it'll get only half the miles that I put on a daily. That means I won't be beating it up too much. And if I got it new, it means I will never get it out of warranty before it's sold, before I move up. Because if I got it, I'm going to try to hold it for 18 before I move to the next 18 months, maybe a year and a half or so, maybe 2 years, and then it'd be time. Go to the Turbo S. Oh my God. Man, I can't say I ever thought I'd be in this space, but I thought this is something that I'll be looking at. But hey, it is what it is, man. If everything else aligns the way it's supposed to, if I do what I'm supposed to do on my end, if I do my part, I gotta do my part. That's hands to the plow. I have to do my part. I do my part, I can see this coming to fruition for me. So the only thing that keeps me from getting it is me not doing my part. So I gotta do my part. We'll get there. Man, listen, we need to start wrapping up, gents. Joe Nobody, thank you for coming through, man. Appreciate you. We definitely need to start wrapping up because I'm hungry. I need to eat. I haven't eaten since lunch, so I think it's time. And I only had a salad, so I think it's time. Man, thank you guys for hanging out. I'm trying to be more regular with content. I'm getting on a weekly path, so y'all can start looking for stuff for me on Thursdays. That's my plan. I shot another video today. We working out some stuff with Zeus. You guys will be able to see that. And then the follow-up video is going to be on Pegasus, something I've been putting off for too long. I need to do it, knock it out of the way. Ooh, I need to follow up with this company that wanted to collab with me and see where they are with their product. The contract I wasn't happy with, so we need to work that out. Once we get past that, then we can see if we can do business. And if that works out, I'll definitely share more about what's going on with that with you guys. Only if it works out. If it don't work out, it's like it's a moot point. There's no really, in my opinion, I think there's no need to talk about it until we can get something popping. So thank you guys again for hanging out. Thank you guys for the banter, for the back and forth, for the conversation. Willie Brown. Like I said, all you guys. I say Willie Brown because Willie Brown, that's my brother from another mother, man. We be on the same page, man. It's kind of scary. We be saying the same stuff, be on the same page, man. My goodness. But like I said, man, I would thumbs up all you guys, man. I don't get knuckleheads in here, bro. And if I do get knuckleheads, Lefty gonna handle them. And I love it. I hate to say it. The last person came in here talking crazy was Catfish when he got upset because he thought people was making fun of him. And I would never expect that from somebody because I wouldn't do nothing like that on his channel. But that's the last person. I never had anybody. I feel honored. I feel blessed that you cats y'all on, man. I appreciate you guys, man. You guys are awesome, man. I really do appreciate you cats, man. But on that note, man, we're gonna wrap it up, man. I appreciate you guys. Willie Brown, I'm still waiting on you to let me know what works best. I know that you're working your butt off, and I respect the fact if it ain't time yet, and that's cool. I'm just putting it out to let you know I ain't forget. That's all. I'm just letting you know I ain't forget. So yeah, man, y'all be good. I appreciate you guys. And I can't wait to get back on here next week, and man, we can get back at it, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the content as we go through moving forward. I'm trying to be a little bit more deliberate and be a little bit more deliberate and a little bit more crafty when it comes to what I'm putting out. You know, again, it's all about always getting a little bit better, right? With my content. So I don't know if I'll ever be a daily guy. I'm trying to get in the habit of really just trying to do those good videos, man. We're gonna get there. But listen, man, y'all know how we do, man. Y'all know how we do, man. We don't do the normal around here. Nah. Why is that? Why is that? Because we're designed from greatness. Guys, because you were designed with greatness, you have the right, the responsibility, and authority to never, ever, ever be average. So, guys, don't be average, man. Yeah. Shout out to all my veterans, man. Active duty, reserve, retired, separated, and transition. Always remember, freedom ain't free. Peace. Y'all be good, man. Yeah.